Hey there, this is Erica from Ever Educating, and this channel is teaching tips, tools, ideas, and resources for new college instructors. Currently, we're in my Teacher Summer series, so if you've missed other videos, I've linked the whole playlist below. But today and Friday, we're doing kind of a 1-2 punch. So today's video is just focusing on 3 different approaches of getting free PD over the summer, free professional development. And then on Friday, I'm focusing on 5 websites whose newsletters I really recommend. And so in a way, that's just more PD. But I'm specifically focusing on newsletters on Friday. Today, it's more just here's some resources of where you can find free professional development. So if you don't want to miss Friday's video or future videos, make sure you subscribe below. Now, Coursera isn't the only website you can go to for MOOCs, but it is the one that I favor, so it's the one I'm going to show you here. And on this page, as you can see, free courses, right? So if you go to Explore, right, you can have different categories here. If you go to the main page of Coursera, just to kind of show you what that looks like, and then you hit Explore, you'll see take a free course right here. There's other options as well, but obviously we're starting free, right? So this is just stuff that you can do on your own to improve your teaching, whatever the case may be, whatever it is that you want to learn. And you can see here, obviously by language, and you can say, okay, English ones. And then you potentially have level if you think you want to learn some new skills versus looking for more intermediate or advanced skills that you already have. And you can look for, well, how long is it supposed to take, right? Is it a really short one, or is it one that's going to have a lot of material? Okay. Subject as well. There's tons of them, but you can see these big ones here. And so if you want, you can go ahead and minimize it by filtering in that way. Or you can just kind of see here, you have the language that you speak and read in, and you can just scroll down and see what potentially catches your eye, right? So maybe the science of well-being, keep on going. Maybe writing in the sciences if you want to improve your academic writing. Okay, maybe you're looking for a new job and you want to work on your negotiation skills for the interview with a negotiating salary. So really, you kind of can go through here and see what free options you have for courses on Coursera. So that's one option, more general, though again, you can filter. Now, what you could also do, rather than looking for free courses, you can just search for courses about specific topics. So for example, here, I added in teaching and searched for that. And you get, again, all this list of 600 courses that might interest you. So once again, I'm going to look for ones that are in English. Okay, and potentially you can do duration. So maybe I want one that's not too long, not too much material, so 1 to 4 weeks. Okay, so that narrowed down to 150. And so you can kind of go through and see, again, what catches your eye. So get interactive, practical teaching with technology. That might be really great right now. Maybe you're new to teaching and you want some foundational information. Okay, and so you can kind of go through here and look for something that interests you as far as developing a skill that you feel can use some improvement. So there's tons of options here, and you can figure out which ones interest you. I have taken creative problem solving. I did enjoy that one, just so you know. So you have 150. If you do it by that duration, you can, of course, choose something else or keep it more general to all the ones that are related to teaching. Maybe you want to improve your writing instead, so you can search for writing. And again, over 600 results here. We can look for ones that are in English. And then you can go down here and see, okay, which ones appeal to me. So obviously in this case, maybe it's something new, right? You want to write your first novel. So that's, a beginner skill. But it might be that, you are obviously, good at writing. So you want to go ahead and look for advanced courses about writing. And so in that case, it's only 11. And so you can see here what your options are in case these interest you. Okay, so this actually seems to be very niche types of writing. So perhaps not. So you can go ahead, okay, rather than advanced, let's look for intermediate. And now we have 183. So now you can go through and do these. I've actually done this one, the strategy to content marketing. So I do recommend that one. But there's a lot here that you can go ahead and use in order to improve a skill in writing. As another example, maybe, instructional design appeals to you. You're considering branching out to a career that's similar teaching, but not exact. Then, in that case, you can see what options are here, 117 total. Okay. So really, the sky's the limit here as far as what you can potentially learn. And it can be directly related to your teaching, or maybe you just want to learn a new skill. You can do that on Coursera as well. When thinking of websites to use for PD, this is just like an exorbitant amount of websites that can potentially help you improve a certain skill related to teaching or related to your career. So these are just a few options, but really in this case, it's more of doing your own research and finding the websites that works best for you. The first one that I'm going over though is the MIT OpenCourseWare. And I've mentioned this in other videos about OER, so Open Educational Resources. This is a great website because you can go ahead and find courses by topic, right, or by department, and you can literally see how someone has designed a course that you potentially want to teach in the future. So if you go here by topic, okay, and you say, well, I'm going to be teaching in the humanities, and I'm going to be teaching literature, okay, and I'm going to be teaching American literature, right? And so you filter and it shows you options here of courses where you can see everything about that course. So maybe if you go down here and you're going to be teaching something or you want to about nature and environmental issues in literature. And so when you click in here and you view the course, you can see, the syllabus, the calendar, right? Instructor insights, the readings, assignments, the essays that were asked, right? Download all the course materials. So this is great for especially new educators who aren't sure how to design a course. I have my Successful Start series that shows you how to design the first week, the syllabus, course schedule, icebreakers, all of that. I'll link that below. But this is great for finding ready-made courses that you can use and tweak for your own teaching. Another resource I highly recommend is looking at your school library. And so often your library or your CTLT website, so that stands for Center for Teaching, Learning, and Technology, and in my case at ISU, it can have other names, but the library and the CTLT websites can have a lot of information here that can help you with your professional development. So in this case, this is the Miller Library at ISU, and you can go to this page and you see different options here of resources. And what's great is they have one that's specifically Teaching Material Center. We have a very large education major at ISU. And so a whole, I think, floor of our library is focused on K through 12 teaching. So that's one option here. Another one is looking for special topic guides. And so if you see here, this is the Teaching and Learning Center, right, web page. And you can see options for potential places to find resources for your teaching. Now, a lot of this is for K through 12 instruction, but if you go through, something might catch your eye as being helpful, right? So in this case, teacher education development videos, documentaries that are education related. So you can go through and see, okay, what can I click here? What can I click there to potentially find resources that are very helpful to your specific teaching. If we go to the one that was a special topics tab, then this one is even better because it's not just about K through 12 type of teaching or like literature type of teaching, but you can see, okay, well, I'm teaching about business. I'm teaching about equity issues in education. I'm teaching about, federal legislation, right? And so you can go through something related to what it is that you are interested in teaching. And you can see, okay, what options does it have for me of resources? So let me do something that's not actually related to what I teach. So maybe we'll go to business. And so here we are on the business page, and I can see course guides for specific courses in the business major. So that's great, obviously. There's a tab for faculty. Maybe let's go here and see what it offers for faculty in this program. Okay, let's go on down. All right, so they have different Word documents. So finding journals by title and business source premier. Okay, using Emerald Management Reviews. I'm looking for top ranked journals. There's a video archive. So you can kind of just go through here. And in my case, in ISU's case, there's tons of content. And, why not see what your library has to offer, as well as, like I said, your CTLT or the equivalent if you have one at your university. Now, moving outside that, like I said, there's dozens, hundreds, thousands of teacher websites that can be helpful as well. So for example, TeachThought is one option here. And so you kind of just go and you say, okay, well, I want to go ahead and sort, and I'm looking to improve my use of technology in the classroom. I want to learn more about project-based learning maybe, right? And so you can kind of click into the type of content that you want to learn more about and see what resources appeal to you. And so here's a section about project-based learning, and you kind of go through and see, okay, well, what is it? Let me learn more of the basics, best apps I can use for it if you're doing group, right? And so you can just kind of go through and see what appeals to you, what you can learn from in these types of teacher-focused sites. You might see webinars, maybe they offer free ones, maybe they're paid only. So really just doing some research and seeing what you can find online. Another one here that I want to point out is the NEA, so the National Education Association. And so they specifically have one about higher ed professional growth, right? And so you can kind of go through here and see all these downloads that might appeal to you, right? Better way to grade, okay? Better advisor to students, okay? How to get students' attention. So you can kind of go through here and see what might work well for you. And again, I'll link all these below, everything I've mentioned in this video, but really part of it is just researching and finding stuff online that is helpful to your particular situation, whatever it is that you're teaching, or whatever skills you want to improve upon over the summer, right? And so here is the one with the resources in particular, and you can see what potentially interests you. Now, YouTube is very different, right? So it's not reading and like highlighting things and annotating and taking notes in the same way. This is more if you like listening, watching advice, then you can search and find different channels that can help you learning in various skills related to your teaching. Obviously, there's the channel you're watching now, mine. And so you can kind of go through and see, you know, what playlists might appeal to you. So maybe you're completely new to teaching. You might want to go and find my playlist that is specifically for new college instructors, right? This one right here. Or maybe you want to improve your online or ed tech teaching. Maybe you want to look for ed tech tutorials, okay? Perhaps you are going to be designing your first course, and so you want help with that. There's Successful Design, right? Successful Start. So obviously, I will recommend my channel for helping you with your teaching. Other than my channel, there's also the new EdTech Classroom. He has a lot of EdTech tutorials and overviews that kind of appeal to you. So you can kind of go through and see, did you want to learn more about Nearpod, about Google Jamboard? Do you want to learn about, you know, how he uses EdTech, right? So this is the one I recommend, as with Teachers Tech as well. So this one is a bit different. So this is not just like ed tech tools, but like regular technology and how you can use it when teaching. So it's another one that I recommend looking through and seeing if it appeals. And if you're new to teaching, new to being an instructor, maybe that means you're a new grad student, because I know that's often the case. So I do recommend Academic Society with Toyin. She is mainly focused on videos for grad students. So it's not specifically about teaching, but she does have some teaching related videos that you can see, right? So day in the life of a college professor, for example, or how to become one, teaching tips. So she does have those playlists, but she also has a lot about prepping for grad school, being a great grad student, things to consider. And so I just want to kind of throw her in there. Her YouTube channel is great. And so if you're not only new to teaching, but new to grad school life, this could be a great channel for you to subscribe to if you're not already subscribed. If you have your own ideas or, tips for YouTubers to check out related to teaching, then please do let us know in the comments below. I'm always looking for new resources as well. If you found this video helpful, click like to let me know, subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content, and I have some links to videos you might actually want to see next as well in the description.